Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Hey guys, here's some takeaways about the game I really like. First, the quarterback play. While not perfect, the poise, decision-making, and mostly accurate throwing ability of Shador stood out, especially those 2 TD passes. The overall physicality we showed was terrific. Stefanski's much tougher camp bodes well for the start of this season. The little things. First 3 quarters, the penalties were almost non-existent. The running back picking up the blitz on the second TD, all very encouraging. Winning a turnover battle and committing none ourselves, it's been a while. And the killer instinct to finish the game and crack 30 points. The coaching looks to be at a new standard. I like the track we're on. Look out, fans. Way to go, Browns.
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. Jacob, you had, again, the physicality, and the other thing is the penalties. You're going to get some of them, especially, Snoop Huntley had been there, 24 hours, 48 hours?
Yeah.
So that's to be expected, but turnovers are huge. All those things. You need to see it again. It'll be much tougher against a much better Philadelphia team.
Yeah, we've just heard ad nauseum, right, from players and from other people that have been on the sidelines. Just so many different people have said, hey, the intensity, the physicality, it's all different this year. They're tackling to the ground for the first time under Kevin Stefanski ever, not just this year or in the last 2 years. In all of his 6 training camps, it's been the most physical, most intense that they've seen. And yeah, they really did bring the battle to Carolina from the very beginning. And this was the first chance in a game setting to be able to see, is that paying off? Pete Smith wrote an article about it. He's like, has this approach paid off? Like, looky here. They've been following this approach, and then it results in what felt like a game that they controlled. And I understand it's a preseason game, but personally, when you're talking about second, third stringers not committing a bunch of pre-snap penalties, they came late in the game and things like that, and you're going to have that because you've got when your 80th guy on the roster's out there and stuff like that, especially with a lot of UDFAs and young guys that just haven't been in the NFL. So there was some there at the end, but it was like your second team and your third team, like they knew where to line up. There wasn't a lot of those issues. The holding and things like that. I don't get as mad about those penalties. It's the really stupid ones, the pre-snap things, and they clean that up. And I was talking to a buddy of mine, and I'm like, the game was just fun. It was just they felt way different than they did at any point last year. And I know it's a preseason game, but a 30-10 win, I'll take wins even if they don't count. I'll take them anytime. And it looked like a focused, fun, fundamentally sound team, which is something we talked about last week that, Tommy Reese had talked about, like, oh, we're focused on fundamentals and things like that. And it looked like it, with the product on the field.
Yeah, and the other thing is when your second and third teamers compete like that, it's usually a sign that your roster is pretty good. So we'll see. It certainly didn't look like one of the worst rosters in the NFL when you go out and you get that.